Hi guys, this video is for the one more cup of coffee hat. So I'm gonna make a small sample size so you can see all the different kinds of steps that you need to know how to do. I've made a little brim, and now I'm using my eye hook to put in my double crochets into the brim, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So what I did for the brim, I've found my midway point, and because I don't want to have the seam in the front where I want to have my button, so where the overlap is going to happen, I want to have the seam somewhere in the back. So I've fastened off and I'm starting from the middle so that my seam is in the back of the hat. And I am going to make 2 double crochets into every second row of brim. So I am making 1. I started by chaining 1 and 2 double crochets. And I want to show you where I go into usually, and I think that looks the neatest when you make a brim, is right into the valley, and there's a stitch that's right here. So I always go right into here. 1, 2, one more time. Find my stitch right here, and I put 2 double crochets in. 1, 2. Okay, so now I'm at the end here, and this is going to be my right side, the right side of my work. So I'm gonna have this be my overlap, and for this baby size hat, I'm using 4 rows of brim as my overlap. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I know that the next stitch that I have to go into is right here. And all I'm doing now, because I'm going to sew this on when I've sewn on the button, and when I weave in my ends, I'm also going to secure this onto here. So all I'm going to do right now, I'm going to put 2 double crochets in, and this is how I'm going to make my round. And now I'm going to do this all the way to the end, and then I'll show you what else to do. Okay, so I'm at I made my last 2 double crochets into the top of the brim here, and I am going to connect to my first stitch by making a slip stitch. I'm going to chain 1, and now I'm going to turn my work over. So I'm actually crocheting into the inside of the hat. This is what the inside of the hat is going to look like. And I am going to make 1 row of single crochets. The yarn that I'm using is Mighty Stitch by Knit Picks, and Knit Picks is one of my favorite places to order yarn online. I've actually done a review of some of the yarns that I used from them, and I can link that video. It's a video review. I can link that down below. Mighty Stitch is 80% acrylic yarn and 20% merino wool. And it's just so soft. I love it for hats, especially if you're making a hat for kids or for babies. It's really nice. It is like all Knit Picks yarns in my opinion. It does run on the thinner side, so I always add a gauge to my pattern so that you can see if the yarn you're using is a little bit thicker. Maybe you'd want to use a smaller hook size, or maybe you just modify the pattern a bit to fit the gauge. But so I just did my last single crochet stitch, and I'm going to join this to my first one with a slip stitch, a chain 1, and turn. Now the reason in the pattern it says that these are rows and not rounds is because I don't want you to get confused and just go around and around. It's because you have to remember to turn your work every time you finish one of these rows. So you're working in rows, but you do connect them to one another. Okay, so now we're on row number 3 from our body, and we are going to make a double crochet into the first stitch right here. Just a regular double crochet. So now for the next stitch, we're gonna skip the last row we just made, and we're gonna go into the first row we made, and we're gonna do a front post double crochet around the second double crochet from the first row. So this was my first double crochet in that row, and here is my second one. And I'm gonna make a front post double crochet around it. And what you wanna do is you kinda wanna make this last loop here a long one, so that you're on the same height as your other double crochets from this row. So I'm going up, and now see how they're on the same height. This is my front post double crochet. This is my regular. And now I'm gonna look behind, and I'm gonna see that here's the stitch that I would have gone into if I had not made this front post double crochet. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna skip this one, and I'm gonna make a regular double crochet into the next one. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more time how to do the front post double crochet. So this is the stitch, the double crochet stitch that I just made a regular double crochet on the top of, and here is the next one I'm gonna make a front post double crochet around. And then I'm gonna skip this single crochet stitch, and I'm gonna go make a double crochet into the next one. One more time. And you're gonna do this till you're at the end again. Okay, so I've ended my row with a front post double crochet stitch, and now I'm gonna connect to my first double crochet with a slip stitch, and I'm gonna chain one, and I'm gonna turn over my work. And so for my fourth row, I am just gonna do a single crochet into every stitch of the previous row. And now is a good time, if you want to check that you have made all the stitches, that you haven't skipped any, to keep count. So you're going to want, for the adult version, you're going to want to have 70 stitches all around. Before I continue, I want to let you know that the adult size hat pattern is free on my blog. It's on crochetherapy.com, and you can make it from there. And if you would rather have a PDF version of it, a printable version, it doesn't have any ads. You can look at my Etsy shop and my Ravelry store, and the pattern on the PDF will also include more sizes. So there's going to be a baby size, a toddler size, and a child size, along with the adult size. So the adult size is free to make from my blog, and then if you want to see more sizes and have something that you can print out and put in your notebook, you can get those for a small fee in my Etsy shop or my Ravelry store. So here's now our next row is going to be our fifth row, and we are gonna make the same as the third row, except we're gonna alternate it. So I've already chained one, and I'm going to make a front post double crochet into the double crochet of row 3, around the post of the regular double crochet in row 3. So this is my front post double crochet in row 3, and this is my regular double crochet in row 3. So I'm gonna make a front post double crochet around that one. And then I'm gonna skip this stitch, and I'm gonna make a double crochet into the next stitch, and I'm gonna find my regular double crochet from round 3 again, and I'm gonna go around and make a front post double crochet and do a regular double crochet into the next one. So this is the skipped one, this is the next one, and you're gonna get the hang of this really quickly. It's fairly easy. The only thing that's a little bit more tricky is gonna be your decreases, and since this is only a sample and not an actual hat, I'm gonna show you that after I've finished this and the next row. So I'm gonna make a double crochet, I'm gonna find my post right here, go through, make a front post double crochet, skip the stitch, double crochet into the next, and so on until I'm all the way around. So now I want to show you how to do decreases, and there's two different ways, because you're going to either have a decrease over a front post double crochet, and front post double crochet, or you're going to have a decrease over a double crochet, front post double crochet, double crochet. So these are alternating, and I'm going to show you how to do both. And if you're just on YouTube and you see this is a little bit confusing. This is just a sample hat that I'm showing you how to make this pattern. There's going to be a link to the pattern page down below, and it'll make a lot more sense. So my first decrease that I'm going to show you is going to be a front post double crochet, regular double crochet, front post double crochet. And in the pattern it's going to just say front post double crochet 3 together. So we are going to yarn over. We're going to do a double crochet, leave these loops on the hook, yarn over again. We are going to do a front post double crochet around the post of the double crochet, pull it up, leave these 5 loops on the hook, yarn over again, and skip this stitch right here and go into this one and do a regular double crochet. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loops on my hook, and I'm going to go through all of them except for 2, and I'm gonna go through the last 2. So this way I'm gonna have my stitch, and now you're just gonna continue, since this was the last stitch that I went into. My next stitch is gonna be a front post double crochet here. I'm going to skip this stitch, and I'm going to make a regular double crochet in here. And now I want to show you, and according to the pattern, you know how many stitches you're going to have in between, you're going to see in your instructions. So now I'm going to show you the other front post double crochet decrease, or it's going to be front post double crochet 3 together. That's how it reads on the pattern, but this is our decrease. So we're going to do a front post double crochet, keep the 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, do a regular double crochet for the middle, yarn over, front post double crochet, and now I've got 7 loops on the hook again, and I'm going to go through all of them except for 1 and make my last one here. So this is what these decreases are going to look like, and in the row above it you're going to have a row of single crochet, and then the next row after that you're going to use these as regular stitches. And if you're a little bit confused on if this is a represents a front post double crochet now or a regular double crochet, the trick is that you're gonna look at the last stitch you've made. So before you did your decrease, so I went and did a regular double crochet. So I know that this represents a front post double crochet for the pattern, so I can keep going, and I would make a regular double crochet, obviously 2 rows up. And for my other stitch, I can see that I did a front post double crochet before it, and I'm going to use this as a regular double crochet. So thanks for watching. I hope this video helps you to make your own hat. And like I said, I'm going to link below to the pattern page and to my Etsy shop and my Ravelry store, where you can get the PDF, but the pattern is free on the pattern page for the adult size hat. And this is already finished with the little button. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Happy crocheting. Bye.